So let's talk. You know, it was rumors that the Pistons was trying to, or the Lions were trying to move up and draft James Pierce. If we remember those rumors. And yeah, apparently, you know, James Pierce crashed out over a Detroit player, I don't know, Rakia something. She played in the WNBA, and now you see why James Pierce dropped in the draft. You know, one thing about Brad Holmes and other NFL teams, they know more about these players than we do. You know, they have private investigators. They do thorough background checks on these players to the T. The Chicago Detroit Lions Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. They know about these guys to the T. Okay? So when, you know, we don't understand why they didn't take a chance on this guy, that guy. You know, every once in a while, things like this happen, especially in the off season. And for the most part, he's facing 5 felonies. And what we end up having here is a guy, she broke up with him and he didn't want to let it go and ran into her car and then ran into a police officer's knee, you know, and just straight up crashed out. Now, one may say, you know, you hear women saying, you know, that, oh, see, we're not protected. No, if you believe that she didn't do nothing to him, then you got a lot to learn about women, right? A lot of these women, they use you, they spend your money, they suck you up dry, and then they move on to the next lick. That's just what it is. Y'all think they so nice and loving? No. You know, and a lot of guys who James Pierce's age, you know, they don't understand how women really are. You know, most men love hard. Most men love hard. Very, very hard. You know? And they don't get an opportunity. These young men today, some of them, I feel like most of them understand. They don't understand. It's not like going to buy a PlayStation or going to buy a pair of shoes or buying a video game where you own it. When you spend money on women, you never own them. You put a ring on a woman, you never own them. It's not slavery. So whatever you spend, you know, it's just, look at it as disposable income. Most important, whatever your time is the most important thing that you waste into it. And but you can tell, probably so, he invested all his time in one woman, right? And through his career, perhaps down the drain. But if you think all she did was break up with him, you got a lot to learn about women. Don't listen to what women are saying. If you think that's what it is, and I'm gonna tell you what it is, you know, too. They was on live and she didn't want him to post her on her social media. So you know what it is. She messing with other dudes. She used him because he probably led with his money. He led with being a gentleman. And she used him. And he put his all into it. And she put her pinky toe into the relationship. And that's what it is. So it ain't nothing to crash out about. Any money that you spend on these women when you out here is just disposable. You know what I'm saying? Any time spent is just disposable. These women out here, to the young fellas, the majority of them, they want to be men. So they want to compete. They want to come into your life, a lot of women, and they want to destroy it because they hate men. A lot of these women, and I mean every bit of the word H-A-T-E, they hate men. Most of these women, they misandrous, they hate men. So they want to come into your life to destroy. If you ever notice when you meet a girl and everything start pretty much getting bad gradually, or something might go straight downhill, it's the woman. You meet a girl and you happy and it's peaceful, y'all have fun together, it's a good time. You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all on some cool kicking and stuff, and you know, that's probably the girl you should be with. If you want to have fun with the demonic women, these loose ass modern, go have fun. But don't put your all into it. The less you put into it, the more they chase you. Don't forget that. And still, if they do chase you, don't ignore the fact that, my opinion would be, don't ignore the fact that she not no good for you, bro. Women that come and add on to your life, that's useful, that's helpful, that's pleasant, that want the best for you, that's the woman that you should be with. But this is just a prime example where Brad Holmes see things that we can't see. He know things that we don't know. Even though he probably still was gonna maybe it was rumors that he was gonna take a flyer on this young guy. This would have been the end of them taking chances on anybody probably for a long ass time. And you just pray for that young man, because a lot of us been there. We put our all in a woman and it broke us. A lot of us, it made us into players. Some women may say it made some men misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes may just, some dudes crashed out like him. This ain't nothing abnormal. I'm gonna just say that. It's just that he's James Pierce. He plays for the Atlanta Falcons. It's not abnormal. Dudes crash out every day over these women, man. But when you're young, it's more of an acceptance to me. Because you really think they're there. We can see what you can't see. You'll be surprised, and this is why you need a village of women and men to pick the husbands and wives for a lot of these people out here, because your mother, your sister, and for every men, for the women, your father, your brother, they can see things that other people can't see, or you can't see. You know what I mean? So, the James Pierce, hopefully he get a second chance. He learned his lesson. But running over a cop is where you thought you draw the line. He bumped his knee, and you know what I'm saying? They said he lucky to be alive. Only reason they ain't kill him because he was in a Lamborghini. A lot of them cops be trigger happy. A lot of them have a complex, bro. And I met a lot of cool cops, to keep it a bean. I met more cool cops than terrible cops. I knew more cool cops because I grew up with some. I knew a bunch of helpful cops. I can't even really say nothing bad about cops. Was I feel like I was wrongfully pulled over? Hell yeah, before. It happens. But real talk, if you speak to them well, you come with respect, and you don't be a dick about it. If you don't be a dick about it, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. You can't expect to not have your paperwork together, be an asshole, be belligerent, and them to throw you a bone. That blows my mind. That blows my mind. Y'all be wanting to be belligerent assholes, and expect the cop. Damn, gas high as hell. Expect the cop to show you some mercy. It don't work like that, playboy or playgirl. It don't work that way. That's a tough job, man. And then you speak to a lot of police. You get cool with some, or some. You speak to them, and it's a tough job. You're doing this tough job, and on top of that, you got a family to feed. So how do you compartmentalize? How do you compartmentalize? I might say that wrong. How do you compartmentalize work, not bringing work home in that situation, where every day your head on the swivel? Every day, you can get sent to the upper room. So that's a tough job to have. So it's easy to be trigger happy. That's why I don't really judge people until, you do the job, and I listen to their job, and it's something that I could have done. I ain't do it. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Check out the Detroit Lions Star playlist. Peace.